What's up everyone, it's Smith here from GamersHeroes.com and today I've got a quick guide for you in Diablo 4 on aspects. We're going to cover everything you need to know here, where to find them, how you use them, what they do, so by the time you finish this video you understand everything you need to know about the aspect system. Now, I cannot state this enough, do not ignore this. Some of these are absolutely incredible. There's a few that I've got on my character that I just keep putting on new weapons every time I find one just because they're so strong for my build. So, first of all, what are aspects? Whenever you look at a weapon, so a legendary weapon or a piece of equipment, you can see here at the bottom a orange text with a yellow star. This is an aspect, so it tells you what the effect is. If it's orange text, it's active. If it's grey text, it's inactive. That's usually because you've got more than one of the same one on and they don't stack. That's the only reason I've seen one to be turned off so far. So, where do you get aspects? So first of all, you can check your aspects by going to your collections tab and go to the Codex of Power. From here, you can see all of the aspects you've got, and if you look at the bottom, you can show it by your class only. So these are the aspects that you have got via one method. There's two methods of obtaining. I'll go into that in just a second. And all of it is involving this guy here. This is the Occultist. So the Occultist is in every major hub, not every town, every major hub. If you ever want to go to a major hub on consoles, just hit down on your keypad, and it will teleport you to the nearest major hub. So there are two ways to get aspects. The primary way of getting aspects is to do dungeons that are on the map. You can see here these dungeons here marked by the gated icon with a chest next to it. The chest means you haven't got the first time rewards yet, and the gated icon just means that's where the dungeon is. You can see here it tells you where they are. These are necromancers, dungeons, etc. So this one's a barbarian only one, so that'd be a good one for me to go and get. These are realm wide, so if you unlock a bunch as a barbarian for a druid, and then you make a druid later, you can bring all those over. So it's a really good way of actually unlocking stuff for other classes if you haven't played them yet. The other way of doing it, and this is sort of the one that's more important for me at least, is to be able to take it off of weapons. So if you come to the Occultist and you go to the second one, you can extract the aspect. So you can put in a legendary item that has an aspect on it. So we'll put this one for example, and then the aspect will be broken off of the item. This does destroy the item, but if you've got a really cool, strong aspect on a really cool weapon or piece of gear, you find a better piece of gear, you can use this system to take the aspect off and then put it back on again. So it's a slightly different method of doing it. So if you want to attach a normal one, you go to the item here on the imprint aspect. So let's just pick a random pair of boots and you go to your Codex of Power. These are the ones you have unlocked permanently. Now, not all aspects can go on all pieces of equipment. So if you can't see it here, it's because it doesn't go on a pair of boots, for example. So if I swap over from the boots to a weapon, you can see that I've got more that can go on my weapon. Now, if you've taken it off of another item, it's not in your Codex of Power because those are permanent unlocks. When you take one off of an item, it goes into your inventory and is a single-use item. You can see here there is an Aspects tab in the inventory menu down to the right, and that is where you will find these ones. Again, these are single-use, so when I put this on, it will be locked onto it. I won't be able to reuse it again. So again, this is a really good way of sort of keeping your build sort of uniform as you keep going through, bringing the same cool aspects with you. So the one for me for the barbarian, which one is it? Is this one here? Yeah, so whenever you cast a shout skill, I can get up to a 6.6 or a 6-second cooldown if I hit 5 or 6 enemies with it. This is huge. That's half the cooldown of my shout. So I can get my resistances back up, I can taunt quicker, I can get my fury back up quicker. Really, really valuable thing to have. So if you find a really cool legendary item with a really cool aspect on it, take the aspect off and bring it with you. So next up, we're going to go over how to use the aspects. I'm only putting this on next. This is one of the Google search terms I've seen today. They're all passive that I've seen so far. So if you look at any of them, you can see here they're usually attached to a specific skill or a specific action. So this one, I get 3.2% damage reduction for each nearby enemy up to 16% maximum. So they're all passive. So once they're on, as long as the orange text